Welcome to Ellie Goldsmith's Relationship Flow. We are in a sunny day after a bunch of cold days in Holy Jerusalem, just driving past the old city as we speak. And I have the true pleasure of my soulmate next to me, Martine Goldsmith, aka Teeny Pops 613, aka Masha Goldsmith. How you doing, wifey?
Great.
So we're just after Purim. It was, thank God, a very special time, not easy. A lot of pressure. We had a guest from abroad, and then we had the Purim celebrations and all the different pressures that go with that for kids and a family. Thank God of 6 to do it all together. And Baruch Hashem, now we're just driving back home after our weekly time together. Very important that we do that as part of our relationship flow. We're just thinking ahead what's going to be. We've got Pesach coming up. We've got a Shabbos away. Baruch Hashem, we've got a lot of things going on. All good, but definitely a lot of challenges as well going on in the home front, and generally globally as well, not knowing exactly this way with what's been going on in the world, but thank God it seems like the corona story's calmed down, so that's good. But where the question is what we're going to focus on now, pre-Pesach 2022. I definitely know that people are transitioning now from that Purim party vibe to a more cleaning sort of focus of Pesach that Pesach brings. Have you anything to say on Pesach? You're looking forward?
It usually is my favorite Chag, because that feeling of renewal is special. This year has been a more tough year, so I feel less prepared for everything at the moment, emotionally, I guess. On a physical level, we've been doing it for so long that I've got I already have just naturally my routine of how I get ready for Pesach.
Seder.
Quite systematic. The way I work is systematic and methodical.
And quick as well. But with success.
Right, it's just more.
Purim this year, you literally did everything just before Purim. Yeah, which is unusual for you.
Most unorganized as well. But I know that everything will get done because everything always does get done. It's just this year I think the focus has just been more on emotional. It's trying to feel emotionally ready. It's easy to do all the stuff that needs to be done, but it's called high functioning, whatever, where everything does get done, but inside you feel it's a fight. So I think with me this year it's about I'm gonna be doing all the things that need to be done. It's just that emotional battle of just keeping together.
Being that we're calling this
series, it's quite cleansing as you do each thing. It is quite therapeutic at the same time.
Definitely, and as we're calling this series now, Relationship Flow Struggles, we're calling it Relationship Struggles. So the struggles are real, and they're mostly inside. Because even though there are external stuff going on, like we said in the Ukraine, other stuff, global stuff going on, but really where it matters most, even if, thank God, we're not having to run away from missiles or who knows what, but there's all the internal stuff going on.
Right. I'm not going to pretend I'm fine. I'm in terms of I could sit and I could talk to, anyone wants advice on how to get ready for Pesach and when to do your shopping and the cleaning and all that, because I've done it by myself since we're married, some 20 years. I've got good systems and stuff that I could say, I could pretend I'm this totally together person, because on a practical level I can do it, but it's not about that. It's about the inner stuff. It's easy to people could think especially people who are high functioning, everyone thinks that they're fine because they've got everything done and they look okay, but I think that's the real thing, the important thing that one have an awareness of and to speak about, because it's not just the people who are lying in bed or don't know how to do things, don't want to do anything, or don't have the motivation, or whatever it is. It's often the people who are high functioning, but they still have a battle. It's still a battle, still a battlefield internally to do it. I need to do it.
Well, I consider it a very big blessing to have a soulmate who is high functioning, because it just, for my personality, that's really, really appreciated and important. But on a even more important level is the inner aspects. That's where the growth is going to be, because it's almost like our generation has been set up that we can externally put on not a picture perfect, but at least a more, presentable
or
expression
even
of
escape, or even just
doing good, but
escape all your emotions into all the preparation, all the daily stuff. But it's getting the balance of doing what needs to be done, having your flow, but also it's totally okay to feel we're very. I think that's with us. We're not pretending anything. We are what we are, and I think, and we're very open about it. So I think it's appreciated by people. Like we're not pretending to be exposed to pretend that we're this perfect.
We even had those guests. They appreciated about us the realness of our table, not the fact that we're like this wealthy, fancy, whatever.
We don't like, we're soulmates. We love each other, and sometimes we don't like each other. And we're okay to say it.
But we're soulmates, no matter what.
It's okay. Sometimes, I don't feel like doing this. I'm not like, this year it's harder for me. I'm gonna do it all, but it's hard. It's an extra fight to do what has to be done, in every way.
A few things I want to say on this, like in response as a husband, is one, obviously, I'm gonna have to work on myself to be there more. Unfortunately, only half the gate opened over here. It should be okay.
No, that's because it's broken.
Yeah. No, I don't think they're fixing it right now, so I think we might have to wait.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless we can squeeze by. I don't know if that's wise. Try.
That's how I broke my car the last time.
So just do it very carefully. It has been opened a little bit. So this is like an example. You're going through the Mitzrayim, but Egypt is represented by the Strait, so we just managed to squeeze by,
when
thank God.
I did that one time, then it banged against my door.
We're going out of the internal restraints as well. We have not just the external, like door or gate or things blocking us. There's the internal blocks we have to get past. Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah. And anyway, the point is, what we're getting at is that for the relationship struggle that we're going through currently,
I'm going to make a hoot sound.
Yeah, good idea. We have the ability, all of us,
Sorry, his lights. I need
it's too much. To really be able to, you can go to the left and get past. Sorry about this. We're just driving, and unusually some idiots in the car, out the way. Yeah. Well, they are being an idiot. Why they leave their car there? There's so much parking space. They can't walk a minute. Anyway, thank God they moved.
Unfortunately, the
situation.
well-to-do people in this building.
Yes. So anyway, money doesn't always mean common sense. It's all about what you do with it.
To be humble.
Yeah, and having humility and realness.
Doesn't mean that you own the world.
Yeah, and Pesach is all about humility. Like we come with the matzah, mazeh. Matzah is like it's like, what is matzah? It's not blowing up. It's not fancy. It's just a very real festival. I think that's one of the reasons why you like it so much. There's no like showing off. There's no fancy food. It just is what it is, and that's matzah. And it's really important to tune into that more humble aspect of our life, of our humanity, of our relationship.
We have no issue of being humble.
Yeah.
Our life is very humble.
And that brings us to a real place, and that hopefully gives us the strength to overcome the struggles. Thank God we're parked now. So we'll just finish off this week's... sorry that it's been a delay. We are trying to do this bi-weekly. And people are listening, thank God. And they can always share it on to their friends. If they have any input, they can always email. We'll always put in the contacts. They can follow on our Instagram accounts. It's all good. The Substack, you can subscribe. I'm putting up a United Souls focus over there, especially now leading up to Pesach with everything going on. With what we just Reb Chaim was passed away this week. Actually Erev Shabbos, and we did the Levaya this week, so that was a big discussion point. There's a lot going on in the world and internally as well, and I'm seeing from all the different other podcasts, unfortunately, a lot of struggle, a lot of pain, a lot of difficulty surfacing. And I was just saying to my soulmate that one of the beautiful things about her is that she's always grown up with a more internal way of dealing with things, like to the point where she could tell the therapist, the psychologist, what they need to know, not so much like that she needs them, like, because you've had such a deep awareness in your life. Are you hearing?
Yeah, I'm listening.
So Anyway, so I just wanted to give everyone a little bit of encouragement that by being real and dealing with your inner stuff, that really is the focus. If you're able to pull off a beautiful Seder night and get ready for Pesach, all the preparations externally, all respect to you, and you should have the strength. But the most important thing is how you turn up to the Seder night inside, the inner reality. In the end, like we're eating the matzah, goes inside of us. The wine, it goes inside of us. It's all about internalization. There's going to be some
tension at the beginning.
Yeah.
I'll say it always starts with a little tension of the kids.
Always, every year.
And then it ends up beautiful.
Yeah, it's been beautiful. There's always maybe 1 or 2 bumps on the rides.
Yeah, but that's okay. It doesn't mean it's so bad.
Yeah, and that's generally how the week goes as well with Chol Hamoed. There's some good moments, some hard moments. You know,
main thing, Erev Pesach, Erev Seder, is to make sure everyone's fed well in the daytime.
That's true. Everyone being fed is important. And it's not so easy with the choice that's available, but nowadays that has improved. But one of the things Gedalia said, there's no such thing as a family that's not dysfunctional. So just to keep that in mind, that having a bit of dysfunction, a bit of struggle, a bit of difficulty is a normal family dynamic, especially for our generation, with all the different pressures and, you know, there's material pressures, there's emotional pressures, spiritual pressures. To be able to keep a focus on all those points, it takes a lot of inner work. Yeah, I saw those pictures as well. Yeah, having a fun time. Baruch Hashem. That one I didn't like too much.
Anyway, yeah.
But anyway, we're trying to keep a good eye to our children. That's a very big challenge. Keeping them positive, not to make them into the 4, children of the Seder night. Because we always make a joke, like each one of them's the Rasha, one of them's the Chochem, one of them's the Tam, one of them's She'en Edei L'Shol. They make the joke themselves these days as well, because there's 4 boys we have.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, we try not to do that. Try to keep a positive eye towards all 4 of them. In a way, they all have a little bit of each, as we all do, as all human beings.
Souls in a hard
focus
world.
On the soul level. In a hard world, exactly. That's the right mindset, and that's what we try to do for each other. It's what maintains our relationship. It gives us the strength, and really, that is the whole freedom of Pesach: is that we have a soul, that we're going out of our limitations as a physical being, that we're not held back by insecurities or addictions or whatever struggle we're going through. That we're a soul, and we can overcome all these things. And with the soul level, with Hashem Yisbarach, with Hashem's help, we can have Shalom Bayis and enjoy the Seder night. Anyway, wishing everybody a beautiful preparation towards Pesach 2022. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Happy Pesach?
Happy.
Happy. Happy, as my Rebbe would say. Be happy. You're happy.
Happy.
Yeah, be happy. Eli, you be happy, everything be good. That's what he always says to me. You be basimcha, everything will be good, Eli. Same with Rav Orish. He says, smile, Eli, smile. So the happiness is definitely a big light towards all the darkness, all the difficulties, all the struggles. Everyone should be blessed with beautiful relationship flow. Share yours. Thanks for joining us, and we're looking forward to see you again.